Tell me about social telecoms.
Social telecoms, we do a number of things around mobile airtime, digital transformation, and at the moment, one of the big things that we're moving into is IoT. It's incredibly important for the whole digitalization of the housing sector at the moment, especially with regards to new compliances and new regulations that are coming in.
Tell me how what you do fits in with social housing and how you can really help them make a change.
We're a community interest company with a social mission. To this date, we've generated about £2.5 million in social value. We're currently sort of in the process of getting that number recalculated, so I'm hoping we're going to see a nice increase on that. But a central sort of mission of our company since the inception of it has been to reduce the digital divide. So we try to bring that as much as we can through scheme Wi-Fi, community Wi-Fi schemes. Basically, a lot of things around digital transformation, whether it's to benefit the organisation in how they're run, or to benefit residents in what they have access to and how they can live their lives.
Because we ultimately want things to be better for residents, and how can social telecoms improve the experience of those people? Customer satisfaction, I suppose.
At the moment, IoT is the big growth area for us. The whole idea around IoT is obviously there's a lot of regulations coming in at the moment about the quality of properties. And in order for that to be efficient, scalable and affordable for housing organisations, a lot of it needs to be automated. Automating it relies on things like IoT devices, smart home devices that allow all of these different things to share data and then share it into a kind of centralized repository so that housing organizations have a better awareness of the quality of their housing stock, and so they can act faster on things like repairs to ensure that residents are living in properties that they deserve to live in and have the quality of life that they deserve to have.
So tell me about some of the devices that you're bringing in to feed back on maybe, for example, the repairs needed or the condition of a property.
One of the big ones that's been adopted a lot recently in housing is things like environmental sensors. So in 2025, we saw the first implementation of AWAB's law. The initial regulations around that are to do with damp and mould conditions in properties. So being able to have that immediate information about whether there is damp in a property, whether there is mould, and prior to that, whether the conditions exist that can enable that to happen, suddenly you're putting the power in organizations' hands where they don't have to work reactively to go and fix these problems so much as they can work proactively to identify where these problems could arise and go and implement solutions before they become hazardous for residents. But across 2026 and 2027, there's a lot more regulations coming in and there's a lot more hazards that need covering off.
That sounds great. So what do you do if you're an organisation that doesn't have a relationship with social telecoms yet?
We like to offer a solution that takes you through every step of that, from those initial conversations to implementation, installation, maintenance, integration. We want to make it so that there aren't any things that are taxing your side of the system. It's all things that if you have an issue, you can get in touch with us and we'll figure something out. I like to think that organizations we work with aren't just customers. We want to be a partner for digital transformation in whatever we're working on.